This is the 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport Touring in Lunar Silver. This is an upgrade from the Sport, and it comes with the CVT at a price of $28,000. This is our review of this fun and sporty hatchback. I'm Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. Let's take a ride. The 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport Touring drives very nicely. It offers a very composed and responsive ride. Honda actually tuned the steering and the suspension specifically for the hatchback, so the driving experience is going to be different than what you experience in the Civic sedan and coupe. Driving on windy roads is definitely thrilling, but you'll have more fun in a manual transmission. The CVT does manage to deliver sporty acceleration, and the paddle shifters allow some control, but there's still that oddness to shifting, and it's not as fun as engaging as a 6-speed manual in something like this. If that's what you're looking for, you'll want to wait for the Civic Si or the Civic Type R that's coming later. It's definitely very easy to control even with spirited driving. We remain in control on dry and wet roads. This hatchback is rated at 36 mpg highway and 30 mpg city. During our highway driving test, we actually achieved 38.3 miles per gallon. Of course, if you drive it sporty, that's going to lower your fuel efficiency. Aggressive and futuristic are the two words that best describe the 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport Touring design. No matter what angle you look at this car, you're going to find an aggressive look. The front end offers a dual grille, and there's this honeycomb pattern down below that looks really great. We love the two-tone look of the rims that kind of brings you along to the side of the car, and this hatchback style is really pleasing to the eye. We had a lot of people tell us that the car looked futuristic. It definitely has these very bold lines, and it's something that's going to draw some attention, especially for a car that's about $28,000. Now, one downside is this small spoiler in the rear window. It does cut into the visibility out the back. Inside, you get a leather interior, carbon fiber style accents on the doors and the dash. Both the driver and passenger seat are comfortable. Every seat is heated except for the tiny middle seat, and you can fit adults in the rear comfortably. We had 2 kids in booster seats and 3 dolls and a ton of doll accessories in the back, and everything fit. Now, if you open up the hatchback, you get a lot of room. You can fold the seats down. There's a 60-40 split, so you can carry a decent amount of cargo, and you can still stick 1 passenger or maybe even 2 passengers on one of the sides. Headroom was pretty good inside. Overall, this car looks really nice inside and out. There's a very competent and easy to use infotainment system. The touchscreen's responsive, it looks nice. Even in direct sunlight, it's very easy to see. Use the built-in infotainment system, or you can plug your Android or iPhone into the car with a USB port that's up under the dash, and you'll be able to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and that'll offer a experience that's a little bit more familiar to the phone that you're using. You can still access car functions while you're using either of these, though the Honda Lane Watch system, which activates when you put on your right turn signal and shows you a rear-facing view of the right side of the car so that you can see if there's someone in that blind spot, sometimes will cut off Siri if you're using it. Honda offers Lane Watch instead of a traditional blind spot monitoring system, and it actually only works for the passenger side of the vehicle. This leaves you with a blind spot on the driver's side, and we would definitely prefer a more traditional experience that uses as an indicator and sensors on the sides of the car. That way we don't have to draw our attention from the mirrors to the screen. We're also not a huge fan of the volume control on the screen. Thankfully, there are on steering wheel controls. We have dynamic cruise control so that you can set the speed you want, and the car uses sensors to keep you at the right distance. There's lane keeping assist on the steering wheel. On the other side, we do have a button volume control, which we ended up using most of the time. And overall, there's a lot of different safety features as part of the Honda Sensing Suite. This includes a road departure mitigation system that will alert you if it looks like you're about to leave the road, and a collision mitigation system that will apply the brakes if it senses a car in front of you that you're not going to stop for on your own. Check out our full 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport Touring review at GottaBeMobile.com.